Welcome to Motivational, where the wisdom of the ages meets the challenges of today. In today's exploration, we delve into the life of Nelson Mandela, a global symbol of resilience and reconciliation. Born in 1918 in Vizo, South Africa, Mandela became the epitome of the fight against apartheid. His early life, marked by traditional Thembu customs and education, set the foundation for his unwavering commitment to justice and equality. Mandela's journey from a young lawyer to a revolutionary leader showcases his relentless pursuit of racial equality. His 27 years of imprisonment, embodying sacrifice and resilience, became a beacon of hope and resistance against oppression. As the first black president of South Africa, Mandela's leadership transcended politics, emphasizing forgiveness and unity. His commitment to dismantling apartheid's legacy and fostering a multiracial democracy reshaped South Africa and inspired millions globally. Mandela's quotes on freedom, equality, and the human spirit resonate deeply, reflecting his profound impact on social justice and human dignity. Join us in celebrating the legacy of a man who truly changed the world. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Nelson Mandela, a symbol of global peacemaking, endured 27 years in prison for his fight against apartheid in South Africa. He always emphasized education as a tool for empowerment and societal transformation. This quote underscores the transformative power of education. Mandela believed that through education, individuals gain the power to make informed choices, influence societies, and shape the future. It's a vehicle for fostering equality and dismantling systems of oppression. In today's world, marked by rapid technological advancements and social challenges, Mandela's words resonate more than ever. Education remains a cornerstone for achieving global development goals, promoting peace, and fostering a culture of mutual respect and understanding. It empowers people to build a better, more equitable world. When a man is denied the right to live the life he believes in, he has no choice but to become an outlaw. Mandela's struggle against apartheid placed him at odds with the law, leading to his imprisonment. He believed in fighting for justice, even if it meant breaking unjust laws. This quote reflects the moral dilemma of fighting against oppressive systems. It highlights the courage required to stand up for one's beliefs, even if it means defying the status quo. In contemporary society, this quote inspires activism and the pursuit of justice, encouraging individuals to challenge oppressive systems for a more equitable world. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. In his life, Mandela faced immense danger and fear, particularly during his anti-apartheid activism and imprisonment. This quote captures Mandela's philosophy on bravery and fear. He recognized that courage isn't about the absence of fear, but facing and overcoming it. Mandela's insight is a beacon for anyone facing fear or adversity, encouraging them to embrace their fears and rise above them. A good head and good heart are always a formidable combination. But when you add to that a literate tongue or pen, then you have something very special. Mandela, an adept orator and writer, used his intellect and empathy to communicate his vision and ideals. This quote emphasizes the power of intelligence combined with empathy and communication skills. In a world increasingly reliant on communication, this quote inspires the development of both intellectual and emotional intelligence, enhancing our ability to effect positive change. It always seems impossible until it's done. Mandela's life journey, including his long imprisonment and eventual triumph over apartheid, is a testament to this belief. This quote reflects Mandela's unwavering determination and the power of perseverance in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges. In today's world, this message inspires hope and resilience, encouraging people to persist and overcome obstacles, no matter how daunting. I am fundamentally an optimist. Whether that comes from nature or nurture, I cannot say. Part of being optimistic is keeping one's head pointed toward the sun, one's feet moving forward. There were many dark moments when my faith in humanity was sorely tested, but I would not and could not give myself up to despair. That way lays defeat and death. Despite facing harsh conditions and injustice, Mandela maintained his optimism and faith in humanity. This quote highlights the importance of optimism and maintaining hope, even in the darkest times. It's a powerful reminder to remain hopeful and positive, fostering a mindset that can lead to healing and change. No one is born hating another person because of the color of his skin, or his background, or his religion. People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love, for love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. Mandela, who experienced the brutalities of racism firsthand, believed in the inherent goodness of people. This quote advocates for the inherent ability to love and accept, challenging the learned behavior of hate. In a world often divided by differences, this message promotes unity, understanding, and the power of love to overcome prejudice and hate. Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies. Mandela understood the destructive nature of resentment, especially after his long imprisonment. This quote warns against the futility of holding on to resentment, which ultimately harms oneself. It encourages forgiveness and letting go of grudges, emphasizing how these acts can lead to personal and collective healing. For to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. Mandela's view of freedom was inclusive, focusing not just on personal liberation but also on the well-being of others. This quote emphasizes the interconnectedness of freedom, suggesting that true freedom involves uplifting others. It inspires a sense of collective responsibility and the importance of contributing to the freedom and rights of all. There is nothing like returning to a place that remains unchanged to find the ways in which you yourself have altered. Reflecting on his own life journey, Mandela recognized the value of introspection and self-awareness. This quote illustrates the power of perspective and the dynamic nature of personal growth. It encourages us to revisit our past, not to dwell on it, but to understand our evolution and embrace change. Do not judge me by my successes, judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. This quote from Mandela highlights the importance of resilience and perseverance. It shifts focus from achievements to the process of overcoming obstacles and failures. Mandela's words inspire a mindset that values persistence and the courage to continue despite setbacks. I have walked that long road to freedom. I have tried not to falter. I have made missteps along the way. But I have discovered the secret that after climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. I have taken a moment here to rest, to steal a view of the glorious vista that surrounds me, to look back on the distance I have come. But I can only rest for a moment, for with freedom come responsibilities, and I dare not linger, for my long walk is not ended. Mandela's lifelong commitment to freedom and justice is evident in this quote. It conveys the idea that the journey to freedom is continuous, requiring ongoing effort and dedication. This quote encourages us to recognize that our endeavors for a better world are never truly complete. They require constant vigilance and action. As I walked out the door toward the gate that would lead to my freedom, I knew if I didn't leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I'd still be in prison. Mandela's release from prison was not just a physical liberation, but also a psychological one. This quote speaks to the power of forgiveness and the importance of letting go of negative emotions. It highlights the need for inner freedom to accompany physical freedom, a lesson in emotional intelligence and maturity. Lead from the back, and let others believe they are in front. Mandela's leadership style was characterized by humility and the empowerment of others. This quote advocates a leadership approach that inspires and guides rather than dictates. It's about creating an environment where everyone feels valued and capable of contributing to the greater good. I am not a saint, unless you think of a saint as a sinner who keeps on trying. Mandela acknowledged his own imperfections, emphasizing perseverance over perfection. This quote underscores the human aspect of striving and the idea that continuous effort is more valuable than flawlessness. It encourages us to accept our flaws and persist in our endeavors, embracing the journey of growth. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. Mandela believed in the pursuit of one's fullest potential and not settling for mediocrity. This quote is a call to action, urging us to embrace ambition and strive for greatness. It inspires us to dream big and not limit ourselves to what we perceive as safe or easy. If you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart. This quote reflects Mandela's insight into the power of communication and cultural understanding. It highlights the importance of empathy and connecting with others on a deeper level. By speaking someone's native language, we build bridges of understanding and heart-to-heart connections. As I have said, the first thing is to be honest with yourself. You can never have an impact on society if you have not changed yourself. Great peacemakers are all people of integrity, of honesty, but humility. Mandela emphasized self-reflection and personal growth as key to societal change. This quote inspires us to start change within ourselves, embodying values of honesty and humility. It's a reminder that true impact begins with personal integrity and extends outward. Overcoming poverty is not a task of charity, it is an act of justice. Like slavery and apartheid, poverty is not natural. It is man-made, and it can be overcome and eradicated by the actions of human beings. Sometimes it falls on a generation to be great. You can be that great generation. Let your greatness blossom. Mandela viewed poverty eradication as a moral imperative and a matter of justice. This quote calls for active engagement and responsibility in addressing global issues. It empowers individuals and generations to rise up and create meaningful change. As we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. Mandela believed in the power of individual potential to inspire others. This quote encourages us to embrace our strengths and lead by example. By shining our light, we create a ripple effect of positivity and empowerment. A leader, is like a shepherd. He stays behind the flock, letting the most nimble go out ahead, whereupon the others follow, not realizing that all along they are being directed from behind. This quote encapsulates Mandela's view on leadership as guiding without imposing. It portrays leaders as those who empower and enable, rather than control. This approach fosters independence and initiative within the group. It is said that no one truly knows a nation until one has been inside its jails. A nation should not be judged by how it treats its highest citizens, but its lowest ones. Mandela highlights the importance of human rights and dignity for all, especially the marginalized. This quote urges societies to reflect on their values and treatment of the less privileged. It serves as a reminder that true societal health is measured by the well-being of its most vulnerable members. May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. Mandela's quote inspires optimism and courage in decision-making. It encourages us to act based on what we aspire to, rather than what we are afraid of. This perspective shifts focus from avoidance of negative outcomes to the pursuit of positive ones. I am the captain of my soul. This quote embodies the principle of self-determination. It suggests that individuals have control over their destiny. This perspective empowers us to take responsibility for our life's course. A winner is a dreamer who never gives up. This quote emphasizes persistence and the power of dreams in achieving success. It reflects the idea that continuous effort and determination are key to overcoming challenges. This perspective motivates us to stay committed to our goals despite obstacles. A nation should not be judged by how it treats its highest citizens, but its lowest ones. Mandela highlights the importance of fairness and equality in society. This quote underlines the moral responsibility of a nation to care for its most vulnerable. It suggests a society's true character is revealed in its treatment of the marginalized. Where you stand depends on where you sit. This quote highlights the impact of perspective on our beliefs and opinions. It implies that our position in life influences our viewpoints. This perspective encourages open-mindedness and empathy towards different viewpoints. One of the things I learned when I was negotiating was that until I changed myself, I could not change others. This quote emphasizes the importance of self-improvement and personal growth. It reflects Mandela's belief in the power of self-transformation to effect change. This perspective inspires us to focus on our own development as a catalyst for wider change. Appearances matter, and remember to smile. This quote underscores the importance of presentation and positive demeanor. It suggests that how we present ourselves can influence others' perceptions of us. This perspective highlights the power of positivity and approachability in interactions. After climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. This quote symbolizes the continuous journey of life and its challenges. It reflects the idea that overcoming one challenge often leads to new ones. This perspective inspires resilience and perseverance in the face of ongoing obstacles. Appreciation for joining our journey.